Hello, welcome back, students of American Public University System. Welcome back, HCAD 400. Dr. D, we are on week 5. Congratulations, that means you are officially past the halfway point. Before we move any further, what I would like for you to do is I'm going to take your right hand and hold it up here. Okay. And then reach around. Give yourself a pat on the back. Congratulations. You are halfway through a very rigorous course, if I do say so myself. Very rigorous course here where we are dealing with some topics here as it relates to. Um, strategic planning and marketing and healthcare. Who knew that, the requisite rigor would be so demanding? But if you really think about it, strategic planning is a very rigorous process within organizations inside and outside of healthcare. So when you look at organizations that implement uh, information systems, which are multi-million dollar projects, or entities that build new wings on hospitals or new hospital towers or repurpose old areas for new purposes or new functions, if you will. All of that is a result of strategic planning, which in some organizations have a 5 to 10 year planning window. So when you think about it, I guess the rigor is certainly adequate for this course. And we haven't even talked about marketing, right? And how marketing, is its own discipline with unique components and processes that go along with the marketing function. So when you combine both strategic planning and marketing together, can certainly see why this course is so demanding. And speaking of the course objectives and how they fit in with week 5, you're going to create a marketing strategy to support your strategic plan, and you're going to apply analytical tools in the planning process for a specific defined community. The objectives for week 5 specifically are you're going to use media resources to create a marketing strategy. You're going to assess the impact of competitors in the healthcare marketplace. And then finally, you will evaluate alternative marketing strategies. The reading for week 5 include attitude change theory and persuasion. You'll read chapter 10 in the textbook. You'll read Principles of Marketing version 2.0. Control under time of uncertainty, the relationship between hospital competition and physician patient disputes. I think you'll find that very, very helpful and enlightening. Next, you'll read cost effective digital advertising methods that every brand must adopt. The next reading, affect the patient choice and hospital competition on service configurations and technology adoption within cancer surgery. It's the National Population Based Study. Additional resources for week 5 will include hospital advertising competition and the HCAPS. Does it really pay to advertise? Hospital merger and acquisitions complicate fundraising. How to market your primary care network. And then the final 2 resources, marketing, communication, and advertising, and shaping corporate brands from product features to corporate missions. And so now we're starting, as you can see, to transition from the strategic planning to the marketing. At some point, we're going to marry those together, and you'll have a comprehensive framework uh, to work with going forward in this course, but really beyond the course, especially for those of you that are already or you're striving to be administrators of hospitals or health systems, managers, executives, entrepreneur owners. This is all information that you will need going forward and that you will have to stay current on even after this course. The only additional resource is still that final strategic plan case study scenario. So keep that close. I know by now you have already determined what your uh, planning is and what your project is and some of the resources, but still keep an open mind because there's, a universe full of resources and information to help you along this process. Really good lecture, just an introductory lecture on marketing principles. And it talks about how marketing is really aimed to entice your customers, or in this case, entice your patients to utilize your service. Your service in this case is the delivery of healthcare services, right? So it isn't, banking services or hospitality services, if you will, but still no less a service that a consumer has the option to either consume with your health system or consume at another health system, of course, with restrictions, of course. And then finally, that lecture goes on to talk about how marketing can really pose a positive image for your health system and elevate your health system, not only statewide, but really nationwide. When we, let's say, look at the Mayo Clinic or the City of Hope or some of these other entities that have transcended state or regional boundaries and have more mind share at the national level. So a couple lectures there. So marketing, and then another lecture goes specifically into healthcare marketing, and it talks about concentrating your promotions of new services and the image of your organization. So very helpful there. As far as your activities, of course, you have a discussion board posting. And in that discussion board posting, you are going to research, analyze, and discuss how healthcare facilities are marketing services in your geographical area. And then you're going to talk about how have you ever been influenced by the media to consume, let's just say, in a healthcare environment. The question doesn't specifically say healthcare, but how have you been influenced by the media, particularly as it relates to you consuming healthcare? And that doesn't have to be the delivery of healthcare. You can look at the broad spectrum. You've got over the counter, you've got prescriptions, you've got interventions, you've got hospital plans, you've got health services plans. So you can look at the entire spectrum there. You don't have to just concentrate on healthcare delivery as a result of that. Okay, and then let's look at that critical thinking assignment. Your critical thinking assignment in week 5 will consist of you creating a PowerPoint presentation to market your selected project for the final strategic plan. Your presentation should be a 1-minute pitch for your service or your product that you've selected. The commercial should be innovative and demonstrate a creative approach to the target population and geographical area that you're targeting. The pitch must contain a corporate brand from Acme Medical Center that readily identifies the organization. Please utilize the speaker notes to write what you would say in the actual presentation. So that's going to be part one. And part two of your assignment there in week 5 is you should submit a written discussion of the target population, your rationale for selecting the content of the presentation and of the commercial. Also, talk about how branding of the Acme Medical Center was developed. And in both parts of your submission, you should be following strict APA guidelines when it comes to references and citations. And I just want to reiterate there, especially on that first part of the presentation on your PowerPoint, I am looking for detailed speaker notes that are properly cited with APA. So that's one part. And then the second part, which is your written presentation, where you're going to go in and discuss your target market, your rationale for this for your target market, the content of your commercial, and how you came about with your branding strategy for Acme Medical Center. All of that needs to be on a Word document and also follow APA formatting guidelines. Okay, I actually think that's it for week 5. So again, thank you very much for all of the hard work you put in over the first half of the course. Week 5 officially starts the second half of the course, but we still have plenty of work to do. I look forward to participating with you on the discussion board postings and reading your critical thinking assignments at the end of the week. Bye bye for now.